Hello, everybody. Welcome to Power Espresso with your host, Michael Dynie, and this is a 30-minute strong practice. We'll start standing. Mountain pose, Samasthiti. So you can stand at the top of your mat with your feet close. Activate the inner legs, hugging the midline. Activate the front of the legs, engaging the quadriceps to straighten them. And then lift and spread all of your toes. Go ahead and look down at your toes. Lower the chin, but lift the heart. And then try pressing down through all of the toes, but lift your big toes up. Okay, big toes down, all the other toes up. Big toes up, other toes rooting. Also root the balls of the feet, the base of the big toe. Quadriceps strong, and then relax everything down. We'll do the first movement of Surya Namaskar. So exhale fully, tension through the core, lift your pelvic floor. Inhale to the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms up, look thumbs. And exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming down. And repeat that. Inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Look thumbs, keep the core tensioned. And exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Full sun salute. Inhale, lift the arms. Pausing at the top. And exhale, fold, hands down. Look towards the belly button. Inhale, lift the head. Right foot steps back to lunge. Lower the knee. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower your knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, cobra pose, pull back. Lift the feet. Exhale, look navel, use your core. Downward facing dog. Right leg up on an inhale, bend the knee. Exhale, right foot forward to low lunge. Inhale to look up. Exhale, lean back, half split. Again, inhale, come forward, lunging, bend the knee. And exhale, half split, leaning back. A few more vinyasas at your own pace. Feel your way through the movement. If you like to use blocks under your hands, those are great tools as well. Make your arms a little bit longer, and they accommodate for tightness in the hamstrings really well. I'm a loose noodle, so don't model after me. And last one, bend that front knee. Lean back, straightening the leg. We'll hold the posture for a bit. Think of turning the right hip outwards and then twisting towards that leg a little bit by aiming your left ribs towards your right knee. Turning the right hip out. Squeeze into the midline. Working the inner right thigh. And next, inhale, bend your front knee. Exhale, left foot steps forward, standing forward bend. Inhale, lift the heart, come all the way up. Exhale, arms at sides, mountain pose. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, fold forwards. Left foot steps back to lunge. Inhale. Lower the knee. Downward dog. Exhale. Inhale. High plank. Round spine. Exhale. Lower your knees, your chest, and your chin. Crocodile pose. Inhale. Cobra pose. Pull back. Lift the chin. Exhale from the core. Downward facing dog. Next inhale, lift the left leg up, bend the knee. Exhale, left foot behind the hand or just outside of it, low lunge. Take an inhale to look up. And then exhale, lean back, half split. Try to straighten that leg. On the in-breath, slowly bend the knee. Slowly lift the head. Exhale, straight leg, and then bow in. A few more vinyasas, moving on your breath. Oh, I'm so stiff today. This is just what I need. Being selfish. A few more. Move on your breath. And then exhale to lean back. And we'll hang out with the posture. So quadriceps strong to straighten the leg. You can turn your left hip outwards a little bit. Imagine scooping the sitting bone under a little. And then as you fold, you can also twist a little. So right ribs towards that left knee. Engaging the right side of the core more. And then start to squeeze your straight leg into the midline. Working the inner thigh muscles. Slow, deep breathing. Next inhale, bend your front knee lunging. Exhale, slowly step forward, standing forward bend. Bow the head in. Inhale, rise up, lift the arms overhead. Exhale, arms at sides, Samasthiti. Take a breath in, bring your feet together, hands together. Exhale, bend your knees. Inhale, lift the arms, look up to thumbs. Exhale, straight legs, fold forward. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, plank pose, lower to chaturanga this time. So keep the chest up. You can still lower the knees, lower the hips. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And hold the posture. Press the thighs back. Engage through the core of the body. As you draw the inner thighs back, this tends to lift the buttocks a bit. So you can then find the counteraction of pressing the heels towards each other, activating the buttocks along with the inner thigh muscles. One more breath in. Exhale, round your back, bend your knees, look thumbs. Jumper step. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold in, head to knees. Inhale, lift the arms, come all the way up. Exhale, arms at sides, mountain pose. Hands to heart center, breathe in. Exhale, bend the knees, reach forwards, chair preparation. Inhale, lift the arms to chair, Utkatasana. Exhale, straight legs fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, look up, push into your palms. Exhale, plank pose to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, from the core, downward facing dog. Lift your right leg on an inhale, bend the knee. Exhale, round your back, hover the knee to the right shoulder, half crow. And repeat, inhale, lift. Other shoulder on the exhale, twisting from the core. One more each side, moving slowly. Knee to right shoulder on the exhale, round up. Other shoulder on your next exhale. On your next exhalation, right foot forward, lunging on your left toes. Inhale, reach up, crescent lunge. Exhale, twist to the right, bend your back knee to hover. Inhale, come up with glute strength, crescent lunge. Again, exhale, bend the knee to hover, twisting to the right. 2 more vinyasas, moving with your breath. Loading up through the glutes. Last one, twisting to the right. Pause there. Inhale, left arm up, right hand to back thigh. and breathe. Squeeze the legs towards each other using your glutes. Press the left hip forward. Draw the front ribs in. On your next exhalation, straighten the back leg. Take the left hand down under your shoulder, right arm up. You can stay here, or pivot to the outside edges of both feet, turning the right hip out more. And breathe, circling that top shoulder. Open up. On your next exhale, lower the right hand, and then turn your pelvis towards the left side of the mat for Skandasana. Left leg bending, right leg straight. Inhale across center, and switch. Exhale, right leg bending, left leg straight. Continue exploring. You can use your hands on the floor for support. If you have a quite grippy mat and you're feeling really strong, you might try hands-free mode. This demands a lot more strength from the back of the legs. Both are great. And now bend that right leg. Press your right arm against the inner leg, left arm by the ear, and breathe. Lengthening left side body. Turning the left thigh outwards. And then spin the left leg in so the toes come down. Hands towards the front of the mat. Lunge on your left toes and pick up your right leg. Half crow pose. You can hold this with your arms straight. Extra challenge, keep the shoulder blades spread, bend your arms, and then straighten them again. 2 more times. If you're feeling loose, there is the option to arm balance. Bend your arms, lean forward a bit more, hug the elbows, lift the back leg. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale from the core, downward facing dog. Next inhalation, lift your left leg up, bend the knee. Exhale, knee to left shoulder, half crow. Again, inhale, lift. Other shoulder on the exhale, twisting. 1 more for each side, take your time. Slow your breath. Round your back. 1 more twisting. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, left foot forward. High lunge, inhale, also known as crescent. Exhale, twist to the left. Bend your back knee to hover. Inhale, high lunge, crescent. Again, exhale, twist left. Bend the back knee more. Rise up, strong glutes. 2 more to go. And then pause in the twist. Right arm up on the inhale, left hand towards the back leg, and breathe. Pressing the hips forward. So the left heel is pushing back, or engaging the buttock. Right hip is pressing forward, extending the hip. Also engaging the buttock. It's all about the glutes. It's all about the booty. And then inhale, straighten the back leg. Exhale, right hand down, left arm up, easy twist. Option 2, outer edges of both feet. And then circle the top shoulder. Open the chest up. And speaking of glutes, I'll be turning my butt to the camera now, taking the hands down. Skandasana. So we turn to the right, bend the right leg, left leg straight. Inhale across center, and then exhale, switching. See you on the other side. So keep on going. Vinyasa one way, then the other. You can use the floor for support. Feeling really strong, keep the heart up, hands over heart. Pulling the heels towards each other. 1 more vinyasa. And then we'll meet with the left leg bending, squatting. Press the left arm against the inner leg, right arm by the ear, and breathe. Engage your glutes, pressing the legs away from each other. Abducting the hips. You can also add external rotation to your right hip, scooping that right sitting bone under. And next exhale, look down, hands to the mat. So pick up your right heel, lunging on right toes. Set up for half crow, hands near the front of the mat. Push through, pick up the left foot, 3 breath. Progression, keep pushing as you bend the arms, and then straighten 2 more times. Extra challenge, bend and shift forward, lifting the back leg. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale from the core, downward facing dog. Bring your feet together. Inhale, right leg up, bend the knee, and make circles with that right hip joint, going out to the side and then up, engaging the glutes. Put more weight into your left arm by going onto the tips of your right fingers. Press the right knee up. You can pause there now, or go into Wild Thing, landing the ball, the foot, raise the heel, open up. It starts off like a side plank with the shoulders stacked. Over time, as you get a good sense of externally rotating the left shoulder, you can start to open the chest to the sky more while retracting the scapula. And then come back to center, downward dog, lift the leg. Knee towards the left arm, twisting. Straighten the right leg off to the left, fall in triangle. Stack the shoulders and breathe. This pose is already challenging and reasonable. Less reasonable, lift and lower the right leg. Working the inner thigh muscles, which tend to be weak among strong yogis, unless you developed a hip issue and learned to strengthen them. This is the opposite of a lot of those hip stretches. All right, back to down dog. Lift the right leg on an in-breath. Exhale, step outside of your right hand. Wiggle your left foot back a little bit, gecko lunge. So you can stay up on your hands. Option 2, come onto your forearms. That requires a bit more flexibility. Sort of in-between option is putting blocks underneath your forearms. And play with going forward and back on the toes. You might feel a nice stretch in the sole of your left foot. Try turning your right hip out a little bit, which will be reflected in the angle of the right foot, allowing for a bit more stretch in that right hip. Good. 2 more breaths. Explore. Shoulder blades spreading. Shoulders away from ears. And then pushing off your toes, bring the left knee down. Hands to the floor under your shoulders. Spinal twist to the right. So bring your left hand a little bit off the left side of the mat. Press your right hand against your inner thigh. Option 2, let the heart dip. Pick up your left shin, and then relift your heart. Right hand reaches for that foot. You can pull it in towards you, heel the sitting bone, and then try resisting it, kicking your foot against your hand. Strong glutes. If you know you're quite bendy this morning, you might take your right palm up, and then the index finger thumb region catches near the inner arch of the foot. Try using your left fingertips to get more of a lift in the heart, and then try pressing the elbow up. 3 more breaths. And look forward, strong core. Exhale, let go. Inhale, step back, high plank. Exhale, Chaturanga. Up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Feet together, take a free breath. Inhaling, lift your left leg and make circles with that left hip joint. Press the knee outwards and upwards to the sky. Turn the pelvis to follow the knee and go onto your left fingertips. Now you can hold with the knee up. Option 2, Wild Thing, landing the ball of the foot. Open up, stacking shoulders initially. Over time, more of a back bend. Stay strong in the heel of your right palm. Breathe deep, strong in the core. Extending in the hip. Back to down dog. Lift the left leg on an inhale. Exhale, knee to the right shoulder twisting. Straighten the left leg off to that right edge, right side, and then pick up the right arm, stacking shoulders. Again, great place to stay. Extra challenge, lift and lower the left leg, working the inner thigh. Next inhale, press back to down dog, lifting left leg. Exhale, step outside left hand. You can lower the right knee for a moment or wiggle it back. Either use your hands or forearms if possible. This could be done with the foot flat. This gets a little bit more into the back of the leg and the glute. You can also do it with your hip turned out for more of an outer hip opening. And then explore going forward and back, keeping the right knee raised, pushing off the toes and reaching back through the right heel. Glutes are strong. Shoulders drawing away from the ears in this range of motion. 2 more breaths. And then pushing off the toes, bring the right knee down, hands underneath your shoulders, hands to the floor. And then take the right hand just outside of the right edge of the mat. Turn your left hip out a little more. You can press against the inner thigh. Option 2, dive forward, pick up the right shin, and then relift the heart. Catch the foot and pull it in towards you. If you can't catch and you have a couch behind you, you could kick your foot into a couch as an option. Otherwise, try kicking back against your hand. Open up. And that last variation involves flipping the grip. So thumb and index finger catching near the big toe. Bring your right fingertips closer to you, and then lean back a little as you lift the elbow. 3 more breaths. Exhale to let go, strong core. Inhale, step back, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga, down slow. Up dog, inhale. And downward facing dog, exhale. Lower your knees to the floor. Tuck in your shirt and interlace your fingers. You don't have to. It's polite manners that I do so. So fingers interlaced. Elbows just a little wider than the head. We're going to place the head behind the hands and then lift the hips up. So bring your feet together and then play with exhaling to lift the heels. Inhale, reach them down. Exhale, heels up. Press your heart towards your feet. Lift the buttocks. Inhale, heels down. 3 more to go. Exhale, lifting. Inhale, lowering. Push strong through your wrist. Exhale, heart to feet. Inhale, reach the heels down. Last one. Exhale, lift the heels, stay on your toes, and pause there. 5 breaths. Option 2, press up to headstand. But if you get up there, try lowering one of your legs halfway. Squeeze the inner thighs. And then switch. Lower the other leg, lift the other. Squeeze inner thighs. A few more. For those in headstand, bring both legs all the way up. You can bend your knees for this next move. Slowly bring your thigh bones towards your belly. And then we'll all meet in a squatting position. Land the feet, rest the forearms towards the floor, and bow the head in. Lower your chin towards your left chest, and then your right chest, turning the head side to side. Round 2, this time forearms parallel. If you like to use a wall behind you, we will be playing with forearm stand. I'll show you from the side first. This can be done without a wall. Forearms parallel. Same principles, feet together. Press your heart towards your feet. You may have to bend the knees a bit to get your back straight. Okay? And then as you exhale, lift your heels higher. Shoulders come forward, past the elbows. Inhale, heart towards feet. And play around with that. Exhale, forward. Inhale, heart to feet. A few more vinyasas. This is the key movement. And then lower your knees, quick breather as I show you the next progression. Same principles. This time we're going to press the heart to the feet, lift the right leg. I'm going to use a swinging action. So it's not really about jumping, it's just the swing of the right leg. Enough swing will take the left leg up. Start with just a little swing so your left foot barely leaves the floor. You can push off the toes a bit. Then try the other leg. Left leg up. This could also be modified by keeping the tips of the toes on the floor. It's actually quite challenging. Good. And then lower your knees. Sit back onto your heels. Shake it out a little bit. If you want to do a toe squat, that's really good. And I'll show you the progression now, which is going to involve using the wall. Super cool. So I'm going to set up like a shin's length from the wall. It's not very specific. I just say the length of a shin from your knee to your ankle, because then you can take one foot to the wall with the knee bent, and that becomes your support. Other leg straight. And then we try to lift the heart and press the heart through the arms. So I'm keeping my foot on the wall for support. And then head down, lowering. So to come up, you could have your feet together, use the same swinging technique, but then as you swing into the wall, bring that foot down to about the level of the knee. This will help you create a straight line from the head through the pelvis, through the leg that's up there. Over time, you can try taking both legs off the wall. It's not the best way to learn, though. Better to keep one foot on the wall. Have some fun. If you are pretty comfortable upside down and you'd like to try another challenging way to get in there, you can still have the wall behind you, the same distance, but you'd work with bent knees, walking the feet closer to the elbows, and then you try to jump up with bent knees, so it looks like this. Keep in mind that as I jump, naturally I'll come forward. It's just the way it goes. So you want to think about pressing the heart towards the back of the mat. Pressing the heart through the arms like this is the key action. Here goes. So I'm pressing my heart towards the back of my mat, working with bent knees, thigh bones towards the sides of the ribs. This is going to really help me control it. If you fall, the wall is behind you, you'll catch it with one of your feet. Then try to bring your thigh bones to your belly again. And when you're finished, you can chill out in a lazy squat. So go ahead and play around for a few more breaths. If you are using the wall, you might even find it nice to go closer to the wall than you were in the previous variation. So my hands are just a few inches away. That way, if I overshoot it, the wall's going to hit me right away. One thigh to belly, and then the other. Whew. And when you're done, we'll meet back kneeling. Ustrasana, camel pose, one of my favorite counter postures. So legs are parallel. Squeeze the midline, even though they're parallel. Catch the waist, and then suck in the low belly to help lift the heart. With an inhale, roll the shoulders up and back. As you exhale, lift the pubic bone, go back in space. Inhale up, relift the heart, and repeat 3 more times. So we're removing the back bend as we lean back, tucking the tail. And we use that technique to catch the heels. Exhale, remove the back bend, grab onto your heels, and relift the heart. 8 slow breath. Feel free to stay in the first form with hands at the hips, that's fine as well. Squeeze the midline in between the thighs. Breathe deep. And use that same technique to come up, lifting pubic bone, and tuck the chin. And we'll meet all the way at the top. Very good. Bring the legs out in front. And then fold your left leg back like hero's pose. Right foot to the inside of the thigh, twisting to your right. Option 2, right foot in half lotus Taking the right arm behind the back, attempt to bind, holding the shirt or perhaps the foot. 5 breaths. Inhale, look forwards. Exhale, release the posture, take hold of the right foot. Crunchasana, Heron's pose, so we can lean back 45 degrees, holding the sides of the foot. If you know you're quite loose, try binding, grabbing the left wrist. Inhale, lift the heart, and straighten the right leg as much as you can comfortably. And breathe. Inhale, lift the head. Exhale, let go. Strong core. Bend your right leg. Reach forwards, hooking the knee on the back of the arm. And then press down through the base of your left toes, picking up the left knee. As you lean forward, try picking up the right foot like crow. Bend the elbows and squeeze in to lift the left leg potentially. And then vinyasa. Exhale to chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale through, other side. So we'll fold the right leg back this time, taking the left foot to inner thigh, or left foot to half lotus, twisting to look over your left shoulder. If you're in lotus, you'll naturally squeeze the leg into the midline more in order to catch. So what's great about those positions that it already involves external rotation of your hip, and then you have to squeeze the midline to get a good bind. So this co-activation of opposing muscles for joint stability is built into some of these movements. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, set up for Heron's pose. Lean back, catching the sides of the left foot with both hands, or bind around it, catching the right wrist. Inhale, lean back. Let's try to straighten the spine and then try to straighten the leg at the same time, and breathe. Gazing to that left big toe, a few more slow breaths. And then inhale, lift the heart, lean back. Exhale, strong core. Keep the leg as it is, let go. Take a breath in. Exhale, bend the left leg squatting and reach forwards. So now we're going to push the base of the right toes down into the ground. Hands to the floor. Try to hook your left shin on the back of your armpit. Lean into your hands. Pick up the right knee. Lift the hips. Next, pick up the left foot, half crow. Elbows squeeze in. Maybe you lift the right leg. Maybe it straightens from there. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, from the core, downward facing dog. Inhale through sitting. And then exhale to fold over your legs in Paschimottanasana. If you'd like to do shoulder stand and plow pose instead, feel free. Otherwise, you can enjoy the seated forward fold with the legs bent or straight. If your back hurts, try the bent knee variation. Even consider holding at the back of the legs. For those of you in shoulder stand, you can exhale the plow pose. For those of us sitting, we'll take a breath in and lay down onto the back, and we'll do a simple vinyasa that imitates the movement of shoulder stand to plow. So we'll bring the arms over the head, legs up. It's like an upside down dog. Then as you exhale, use your core, lifting the pelvis. See how much you can lift the back of the spine. And as you inhale, come down slowly, vertebra by vertebra. And repeat 3 more times. keeping the head centered. It's a really great little movement. It's also very similar to pressing up to headstand, going from half lift to the core that presses up. And then very slowly bend your knees, lower your feet. Windshield wiper the legs, taking the feet a little bit wider than the mat. Let the hips go side to side. Savor the sweetness. Feel the breath. And then let go, Shavasana, resting. You're welcome to straighten your legs out, or you can modify with the feet together, knees out, or I should say adapt the pose for Supta Baddha Konasana, a little stretch of the inner thigh muscles. And take all the time you have, whether it's a few minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes even. Shavasana can serve as a power nap to help us start the day or resume the day from a different place. And I'll leave you to enjoy Shavasana on your own today, so thank you all so much. Peace, everybody. Hope you enjoyed yourself in practice today. See you soon.